I know who I am.
When we are finished with you, you'll no longer be yourself.
I remember. I remember everything.
Remembering everything doesn't mean you know everything.
Hey guys, welcome back to Film Feud. I'm Angel Ramirez.
Marcus Nartatez.
And we're here to review the latest spy thriller from the combination of Matt Damon and Paul Greengrass, the Jason Bourne movie called Jason Bourne.
Jason Bourne.
It's weird. I'm not used to it, with the way the series has been trending. So we just got out of this theater, and I think it's safe to say we were disappointed.
Yeah, this was kind of one of my hyped movies, a non-comic book movie that I was looking forward to, and the fact that they were bringing back Matt Damon was a huge thing for me. I was very excited for this, and unfortunately, it does not become one of those rare franchises where all four, and I don't count the Jeremy Renner one, are successful. This one falls short.
Yeah, and it's definitely hard to build on the momentum that you had from the first three movies because they were so close together, and now this is 9 years since the last Bourne movie with Matt Damon in it. I definitely think that it tried to do too much at times. It was like trying to be a Jason Bourne movie, but it wasn't
at all. They went away from probably my biggest disappointment of the movie, and I don't think it's a spoiler, is the lack of what made Jason Bourne cool. And for me, what it was is the hand-to-hand combat and the taking your environment and using it against your enemy thing. And that really wasn't portrayed in this movie. And when it was kind of weak.
Yeah, it felt like it was a parody of itself. It was just trying to be like a Jason Bourne movie.
Yeah, and there was no, and the whole plot. I'm not going to go into it. It's a spoiler-free review.
That's definitely one of the biggest differences because I think what made the first three movies great was the hand-to-hand and also the story.
And the focus of the
the stories were much stronger, and this one it definitely falls short.
Unfocused story is I guess
it's
how
almost like in segments. Like the first sequence when they're with Julia Child is one movie, and then it cuts into a different movie.
Julia Child?
Is that Julia?
Julia Stiles.
Julia Stiles.
I got him. Finally,
you.
I knew something he didn't know when it comes to names.
Wow, that was good. Okay.
All right, we can end it here.
But that movie, I felt like that was a separate movie, and then there was the middle, and then there was the last sequence where I think they tried to have this slow burn, but it kind of felt more just like dragging us along to the
different
to
stories.
The
Yeah. As you could probably guess, we both were disappointed with the movie.
Absolutely.
We'll make this one fast. As for what's the review? What do you?
Oh, score?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this one. I know we said a lot of negative things that we were disappointed, but because our expectations were up here and the movie came up here. But I think as an action movie for the summer, I think there are some things that you can take away from it. The final scene is pretty cool, and you're always due for a good car chase scene in a Jason Bourne movie. So I think with all things considered, I would put it, I'm going to say 2.7 out of 5.
Okay.
I would say it's a good movie if it's just a regular action movie, but it's just not to the level of earning the name of Jason Bourne.
Yeah. And I'm going to have to agree with you there. It was, if you just like action and you're not too concerned with storyline, which is almost every other mediocre action movie out there, this is cool. And a lot of cool action. Again, not the action we're used to, but still good. It'll keep you entertained for the how long was this movie? About an hour and a half.
Give me 1 second.
Well, anyways, while he looks that up, if I had to give it a score, I'm gonna give it 2 scores. If I was just concerned about the action, I would probably give it 3 maybe, because it has Jason Bourne attached to it, I'm going to give it somewhere around a 2.5. I'm going to drop it down about half a point. I was thinking about going lower, but it wasn't. I can't say I didn't like the movie, but not expectations were high.
Exactly. So we're gonna go to the Film Feud segment, and this episode's Film Feud is gonna be: do we think Jason Bourne franchise is over? There was the Jeremy Renner one that came out a few years ago in 2011, I believe, and now this one, which, as we discussed, does not live to the hype. So, do you think the franchise is dead in the water?
Okay. So when the Jeremy Renner one, Renner.
I got him back.
That was the names. Jeremy Renner. Hawkeye. I'm gonna call him Hawkeye. I thought the series was over after that one, and then I heard Matt Damon was coming back, and I was like, okay, the prodigal son has returned, the savior, and now that I've seen this, I know the franchise is dead.
Yeah.
They may do other ones, but it's never going to be as cool as it was the first three. The first three were phenomenal, and I guess that's the bad part about having really good first three films. If you have anything mediocre, it
feels like a lot less.
Yeah,
I think there is a chance for it to be saved. I think this movie didn't do anything to destroy the mythology, or you know what I mean. I think if one thing this franchise would probably need is to just depart from Paul Greengrass, because he did the last two, he did this one. I think when a director stays on the same project for too long, he kind of gets burnt out, like we saw with Joss Whedon and the Avengers: Age of Ultron. I think that if you got a new vision in there, and we obviously saw Matt Damon could still look like Jason Bourne. I think you just a little bit of course correction, and you're back to where you want to be at this point.
I would like to see that.
Yeah,
I mean, I do like the series, so if that can happen, let's make it happen. But as far as right now, in my mind, it's dead. Real fast, I forgot to touch on it. What do you think about? We won't go over what the plot is, but I see this plot used a lot in like movies now and in TV shows. Is that something you're kind of? It's intriguing, but it's kind of getting tiresome because they're not doing anything new with it. For me, at least.
I think the big thing, and they said it a bunch of times in this movie, is like the Snowden thing. All these spy movies now they're all about leaking information everywhere.
And you get that from the trailers and stuff like that.
And that's what he's done in the last three movies. You know what I mean? He exposed Treadstone and all that stuff. I think when it comes to doing the same things over and over again, I don't think it works really.
Yeah, and I'm not just talking about them doing it over again. Like I feel like there's like at least
the
three
genre.
There's 3 TV shows I could think dealing with that kind of stuff right now. I guess I'm just a little bit fatigued of it because it's all the same stuff.
Yeah, they need something to spice it up. I think maybe the Snowden movie that's coming out with Joseph Gordon-Levitt, that could actually do some good because it's actually true. You know what I mean? They can't really deviate. But yeah,
instead of having a fake, what was it, Zuckerberg?
Yeah, exactly.
The movie. Okay. Well, that's it. Pretty short review. I'm not gonna say don't go see it, but if you wait for the pay-per-view. What decade am I living in? Holy moly!
For the HBO,
the HBO or the Netflix or whatever.
I think if you just go in with lowered expectations, you'll still come out, enjoying it for the most part. But just don't expect it to be, the Bourne Ultimatum times 2.
Yeah. So. This is what's the Bruce Willis movie? Live Free, Die Hard, all over again.
Yeah, exactly.
Which actually I didn't hate that movie. But that let's wrap this one up.
Yeah. As always, you can find me on Instagram at @TheGreatRambino_, Twitter at @TheGreatRambino,
and Twitter Marcus F Nartatez. Link below on how to spell it. That's what I use. I'm not as tech savvy as this young guy here.
Yeah, millennial. As always, you can Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. We'll be doing our next review very soon. Suicide Squad. Fingers crossed. Hopefully, we won't be as disappointed as this one.
Yes.
So
it's kind of the last hope of the summer season for me.
Yeah, exactly. It's the last big one. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, at Film Feud Guys. And in case we don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Thanks for watching.